Good morning. It's Wednesday, May the 17th. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. It's good to have you with us on this midweek show. We've got a great lineup for you. We're going to talk about ComicPalooza in just a few moments and another special guest. My co-host this morning, Dr. Lana Pagao. She is the HCC Northwest Communications Director. Lana, good to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I know we had a big day for all of our students last week with our commencement ceremonies. You guys had a bunch of students graduating from the Northwest College as well.
Yes, we are doing a great job getting our students completed and through onto their next adventure. But I was at campus on Monday, and boy, is it quiet right now.
Yeah, it is quiet right now. We're kind of in that lull, but it all gets started because I guess summer classes start very soon, and then registering for the fall. So that's right around the corner. So things will get busy. Enjoy your quiet time, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we're live on Facebook and YouTube at 10 a.m. most days when HCC's in session. But Lana, they can always catch us in social media and on HCCTV.
That's correct. Like you said, we're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and we're on YouTube. We're also on Twitter, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, Lana, you've got a guest coming up very shortly, but I want to introduce right now our second guest who's going to join us in about 10 minutes. Roland Fields is a supervisor at HCC's Fabrication and Innovation Lab, and he's also going to be at ComicPalooza again this year. Roland, good to see you. I think your mic is muted. There we go. Good to see you, Roland. Well, we're still having some mic issues, but we're going to get to you very shortly. It looks like your mic's not working right now, but we'll be with you in about 10 minutes and get things started. So, Lana, I'm going to turn things over to you right now because you've got a special guest that you met not that long ago.
That's right. I met her at our State of the College, and it was a fantastic conversation we had. So we've got Barb, who is going to be talking to us about what she's doing with the HCC as she prepares to sign an MOU to address our nursing shortage and talk about our Coleman training 500 nurse apprentices. So Barb Clapp, welcome. You're CEO, Jack and Nancy Dwyer Workforce Development Center. So thank you for joining us. It's great seeing you again.
Thank you. I am so happy to be here. I'm delighted to connect with you again. I enjoyed our conversation when I met you in person.
Yes, we had a lot of fun talking about everything under the sun. It was great. So as we said, Texas is facing a skilled nursing shortage. And I guess the country is as well. I was just reading an article about how if you want a career for life, go into nursing. So how is Dwyer helping to address this nursing shortage?
So we are a not-for-profit that helps people who lack opportunity. We train them in healthcare careers, start them as certified nursing assistants, and then give them a career ladder. And then we're improving the healthcare staffing crisis and improving the lives of our people who lack opportunity, as well as the lives of seniors.
Great. From what I understand, this is more than just a workforce program. It will offer other opportunities as well. Can you tell us about those?
Yes, we can keep training people over and over again, but if we don't remove the barriers to their success, we will not have success ourselves. So we do very, very person-centered case management with what we call as our Dwyer Scholars. And then we provide additional wraparound services to support their needs throughout their training process. So that could be transportation, childcare, scrubs, whatever it may be. And we're teaming with the college to try and improve outcomes in all of the healthcare staffing world.
Yeah, it amazes me that people don't really think about what could be a barrier. Like you said, childcare, transportation, housing, but this will be taking place at Coleman. Is that correct? Will HCC be offering any type of job placement as well?
Yes, it is at Coleman, and we will be working closely with the college to help with job placement. We've already, with our 500 goal, placed 17 people in jobs in just the first job fair. And they're working in skilled nursing facilities from day one. They're paid. And we've heard that everybody's doing really well and super happy.
That's fantastic. So tell us about Dwyer.
Dwyer is a not-for-profit, and we're currently in Maryland, Texas, and Florida. And our goal is to change the healthcare staffing world. And it is a tsunami of aging people in Texas, but also throughout the country, as you said. And there's nobody to take care of them. And we also have our Dwyer scholars are really, they lack opportunity. And I like to say well, I don't like to say it, but they are one flat tire away from homelessness many times. And to be able to help people get past that place where they are and know that there's an opportunity for them is what we do. And it's a wonderful thing. It's working. Our retention rate is 84% because of our person-centered case management and our wraparound services. And this partnership with HCC is incredible. It has been incredibly welcoming, and Dr. Christina Robinson, who we're working with, has gone out of her way so that we can all work together to reach the same goals.
Yeah. So how did you become a partner with HCC? Because this really is a great partnership.
It really is. And we reached out to HCC, and Dr. Robinson embraced it immediately. And it takes vision to do that, and entrepreneurial skills to think, let's try something new. And we found her and we worked together, and I think it's been great for you guys, but it's also been great for us, and it's a win all the way around.
Yeah, you all really do address a need that we have. So will Dwyer and HCC work with other partners for this program?
You will work with other employer partners. We actually have many facilities ourselves. Dwyer does in Texas. So we're placing people in many of our facilities, but we'll also be placing them in jobs in other facilities. And I don't believe that we'll have any other partners, just because I think, we've got it covered between HCC and Dwyer Workforce Development. Yeah. But we're always open to ideas and opportunities, and willing to talk to whoever is interested in helping us do a better job at what we're doing.
Fantastic. So if there are any partners, will they be other community colleges?
Well, in Houston, we'll stick with HCC. We have a partnership with ACC, Austin Community College.
Oh, yes.
And we're actually speaking with several other community colleges. We have some MOUs pending, but the one that really kicked it off was HCC, and worked with us to figure out, what does the model look like? How can it work? And how do we work together as a team to achieve our goals?
Fantastic. So that's a great conversation, addressing a great need that we have. So thank you, Barb Clapp, CEO of the Jack and Nancy Dwyer Workforce Development Center. It's been great speaking with you today. We'll have your information on our post after the show.
Thank you. It's been great talking with you as well. And I hope to see you soon. I'll be heading to Houston.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah. We'll have to get together then.
Okay, sounds good. Right. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, it's an exciting partnership. All right, we've got a special guest joining us now, Roland Fields. He's a supervisor of HCC's Fabrication and Innovation Lab, and he also goes to ComicPalooza every year, sets up a table, and let's let him tell us what he's doing. Roland, good to see you. Let's see, your mic's muted right now. Can you unmute your mic? Little technical aspect here we're dealing with, but Roland's in the process of unmuting his mic. Yeah, if you can unmute your mic on the bottom left. Let's see, there you go. Can you hear me? Well, it looks like we're still not hearing your microphone, Roland. Still not hearing you. Sorry. Is your mic working? Looks like Roland may be having some issues right now. So, Lana, let's go on to our announcements right now. If Roland joins us, we'll go on and bring him back, but it looks like his camera's frozen. Roland, are you there? Can you hear me, Roland? Still having some issues. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Technical wonders of this world, huh?
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I should have gotten here earlier, but
So, Roland, tell me about ComicPalooza. You head out there every year. What exactly starts off what exactly are you doing out there when you go to ComicPalooza? Because you're representing HCC. What do you bring with you?
We bring the Vandegraph. We bring a 3D printer. We usually bring some sort of technology. Like this year, we'll bring a robot dog with us, which belongs to one of our vendors. We'll bring a robot that we built in our lab, which is one of our lab users is building. So we're there to represent the school in general. We'll bring samples of 3D printing, some exotic stuff, some cool stuff, and then we'll also bring brochures for all our different programs. So we're there to talk about the school.
Do you generate a lot of interest, or a lot of people interested when you're out there with all of your toys?
Usually when I touch them with my Vandegraph, I get all sorts of interest, like screams and yells and spilled drinks. And
what is the Vandegraph?
Vandegraph is an electrostatic generator. We have one that is about 4.5 feet tall, so it's big. People sometimes will ignore me and get too close, and they get zapped, which is usually, that's what's great about ComicPalooza, is a great crowd of people. They're very fun with it. They scream and yell, and kids will sometimes come. We've had kids come in there and spend half an hour zapping people. So it's a blast. It's a good show. Lots of fun people, a lot of very nice people. And then the aspect a lot of people miss is that we've made some of our best contacts there for this shop as far as outside companies.
Right.
You get engineers, you get everybody you can think of. NASA's there usually. So I don't know if they're there this year, but we get everybody.
And you also have a 3D printers out there. How do people like that?
We bring a small 3D printer. So some people are still fascinated about it. I'm still surprised at this age that people haven't already seen them. But we bring what I would call professional level machine. They're still small, but a professional level one that people haven't seen. So if you want to see about a $10,000 printer, what it looks like, we'll have one there.
What is the approach with your booth? What type of approach do you have? What's your goal? I mean, obviously attracting students, but just kind of letting people know what we do here at HCC?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, one, that Fabrication Lab exists. So they ones get the message out. A lot of engineering students in Houston area need help with their projects, and they don't realize that this lab is available through continuing education. So they don't know that. We let them know that. So just get the message out, wave the flag a lot.
I know robotics is a big deal for us here at HCC, and it's taught across the district. You guys, is it a big deal out there at ComicPalooza? Do you bring robotics out there as well?
We will be in an area that's usually kind of considered a maker area. It's the old maker area. Now it's robotica and stuff like that. So we see vendors that push that. So it's not a huge deal. But advanced robotics, like the robotic dog, that really gets people's attention.
Yeah. Okay. Now I saw a couple of robotic dogs at, I think it was the State of the College event we had at the Northwest College. Do you have one like those?
We have one that we're going to bring. It's not ours, but we do have a robotic dog. It looks just like the one you see out there, the yellow one you see. I forget their Boston Robotics.
Right.
This is obviously a clone, a cheaper clone. But the neat thing is, hopefully we'll have one in the future of our own. But right now, we're just borrowing one.
Okay, so here's a big question for you. I want a robotic dog. If I want to buy one, what am I looking at paying? I'm thinking in the long run, it's going to be cheaper than having a live dog.
Well, the nice thing, it doesn't poop or pee on your floor. So that's always a nice thing. You don't have to potty train it. It's about, this one is the upper end one, about $6,000, which is very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Really advanced one like Boston Robotics would probably be $100,000. All up, from an educational standpoint, about $30,000, because then you want to buy all the teaching content.
Here's what I think I could do. I'll go for the $6,000 dog. I'd do that, but I want to train it to take my dogs out to the bathroom. Do you think we're there yet with robotic dogs?
No, it doesn't like bathrooms. The other dogs might pee on it. It wouldn't like that too much. But no, it actually can autonomously follow you, things like that. You can have it go along. In your case, you could actually have a camera on it and have it go places where it wouldn't be safe or kind of hard for a cameraman to get there. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing news eventually done that way.
Well, yeah, we're getting there with news as well. Tell us about your engineering groups out there. What are they doing this year?
Well, the neat thing is more and more of the engineering groups are associated with the college, which is UT Tyler, A&M, U of H. Those students are finding our lab because they need a lab either geographically closer to them or a lab that's got more professional tools. And so we've had about 6 teams this semester. I would suspect we're going to see more teams. So what we do sometimes is just give them tools. Hammer, a lot of younger people today have not worked with tools as much as we used to in the past. We give them tools, we show them how to use them.
Well, many years ago, and you probably remember this, I worked with you out there at the Southwest College, and you guys were getting the 3D lab and everything up and running. How much has your lab progressed over the last 10 years? What would you say there?
Well, the 7 years will be the good. So we changed from the old building to a dedicated in our workforce building. What's changed is we've added some really advanced, expensive machines. We have a $100,000 laser right behind me. That's going to help a lot for people that need to cut metal, precision metal. It's very easy to use. We have a couple of jewelers. People make jewelry from our art department. They come over and use it. So more professional tools, more of it, because it's like any machine shop, basically. You accumulate tools and you become more broad-banded where you can handle just any project.
We talked about this at the top of your segment here about how the students can get in there and actually use the lab itself. How does that work? If a student's got a project they want to work on, do they show up there, consult with your employees? What's the process there?
If you are a student of the college in any way for any department, you are more than welcome to just walk in the door, bring your project in, come talk to us. We'll give you an idea if we can help you, or we can find out if we can help you. Sometimes we kind of radically change what they want to do because it's not feasible. If you're not one of our current students, you can become one through continuing education. So we have a way to give you access through the semester. Also, if you are not an engineering student, if you're just, we have a doctor that comes in here all the time. He loves building stuff. He's not an engineer. He's just really, really smart. And so he's one of 2 doctors that come in here and use the lab to do various things.
So that's interesting. So you have people that come into the lab, they want to use it, and you're like, well, you got to be a student at HCC, but you can enroll and we can assist. And you've actually got people that are taking you up on that, it sounds like.
Yeah, we actually have some art students who are getting 2 for 1. So they take an art class, or you take an engineering class, you take some other class. Now you're a student and you can use our lab to do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be related to that class.
I mean, obviously, these machines are quite costly with a $100,000, laser printer that you've got in there. But you've got, is that the biggest, highest ticket item in there? I mean, you obviously have some other machines in there that are costly as well, right?
No, we do have a 3D printer. It's a little over $210,000. So 3D printing can get pretty expensive. One of our dream machines, which I don't know if we'll ever get, it would be a metal 3D printer, and that would be about $200,000.
You remember in Star Trek, and by the way, William Shatner is going to be at ComicPalooza. I imagine you're going to go check in, right?
I would put a tattoo on with a laser.
There you go. How far are we away from actually printing food?
Oh, we can print food now. It's just not a very, I wouldn't eat it.
How far away are we from that? Food that would be good to eat.
Oh, you can do it. It's not really 3D printing, but they can use, like any robotic thing to help produce a food object. I don't think we can really produce food itself yet. But
you think that's coming in the next 10 years or so?
About 5 years. So that's not too complicated. And with AI being added to all of the 3D printing, almost any mechanical situation, that will change things.
So let me ask you this. When those printers are available for food, do you think you're going to get them, or is our culinary department going to get them?
Culinary, I don't want anything to do with them.
You're not going to be a 3D chef, right? 3D printer chef.
No, you really don't want me making 3D food. He wouldn't like that. Not even dog food.
We mentioned William Shatner at ComicPalooza. Any of the stars that are going to be there that you're kind of looking forward to seeing?
We will have a couple authors there, which is kind of interesting. People don't realize there are various authors. And I can't remember her name right at the minute, but there's one of the top Amazon teen fantasy authors will be there. She'll be talking, but she has a booth. You can go right up to her and talk to her, meet her. So it's a very good place to meet some of the sci-fi or fantasy authors as well as movie people. And sometimes I was standing in line one year and the lady from right in front of me was from one of the movies. So sometimes they're around inside the show as well.
ComicPalooza, is it happening this weekend? When exactly is it?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. All right. And what's
Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Is there a student discount they offer? Do you know?
I have no idea. I kind of doubt it because a lot of students go there anyway. Why give them a student? Why give them a discount? They want to be there.
We're going to have all the information in our social media post and where you can get tickets for this. Roland, thanks for being here. Roland Fields is supervisor of HCC's Fabrication and Innovation Lab and going to be at ComicPalooza repping HCC again this year. Thanks, Roland.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. All right, Lana, we've got a couple announcements to get into before we wrap up today's show. First off, academic advising is going to be closed this coming Friday. So if you need an advisor, you're not going to be able to find them on Friday because academic advising services will be closed for a professional development day. And they'll be back at work, normal service hours on Monday, May 22nd. So keep that in mind this coming Friday. Academic advising will not be available. You can check out HCC's virtual lobby for more info. And looks like you guys have some summer STEM camps coming up.
Yeah, I can't believe we're already talking about summer camps for kids. So from HCC and Verizon, we've got for middle school students that won't want to miss out on HCC's free summer STEM enrichment program. It's part of Verizon's innovative Learning STEM Achievers project, where it provides hands-on learning in design thinking, 3D printing, augmented reality, social entrepreneurship, and mentorship. So session 1 is June 5th to June 23rd at HCC's West Houston Institute. And for more information, we'll have that at the end of the show. We'll have it posted.
Okay, here's something you can attend as well. Brave Conversations, Women's Sexual Health. HCC's Counseling and Ability Services will host Women's Perspectives, creating a space for brave conversations on women's sexual health. It's at 11 a.m. Friday, June 9th. It's on Zoom, so you can attend virtually. The speaker is Dr. Alexandra B. Kaludas, research psychologist for the VA Med Center. Check our post after the show for information on how you can register. And there's also a smart manufacturing summer camp, which is taking place on our east side.
Yeah, this one's for high school students, and it's various Texas manufacturing industries. We'll be introduced to high school students for some great opportunities over a 5-day summer camp. It's from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, June 12th through the 16th. As you said, on HCC East Side. And for more information, check the email address in our post after the show.
We've talked about this all throughout the month. We also have Mental Health Monday every Monday, but May is Mental Health Awareness Month. HCC is offering assistance. Again, since May is Mental Health Awareness Month, HCC reminds faculty and staff that it provides resources for help through the EAP, or Employee Assistance Program. The EAP is a resource for managing challenging employee relations issues such as workplace conflicts and substance or alcohol abuse. We'll have the link in our post after the show. And I know you guys are very excited about, it's hard to believe we're talking some summer camps for kids, but Lana, we're also registering students for the fall too.
That's right. Fall registration has now begun, but you can still register for summer. I know it hasn't started yet, so if you're thinking about taking classes in the summer, you can still register. But hurry up for fall so you can secure your course, your professor, the location, etc. All classes are offered in person and online. We have our online anytime, no established class meeting times unless listed online on a schedule. Meeting time is set and course meets online. There's our hybrid, which lecture class meets partially face-to-face and partially virtually. In person is face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns at various campus locations. and our hybrid labs, which is our lab and studio courses. So to learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, go to hccs.edu/apply.
Okay, so tomorrow on the show, Sharday will be here, and she'll be talking about the latest in HCC's financial aid department, what we have to offer for our students, and also she'll be covering some deadlines you need to know. And we'll have one of the winners of our DEI art contest to show his winning piece, which was announced at the recent Student Summit. So that's all coming up tomorrow. Lana, it's always good to see you. Thanks for being here today.
Same here. Lots of fun. Thank you.
All right. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Remember, join Sharday tomorrow, 10 a.m. live for Up to the Minute.